A public restroom became a makeshift bed for my boy and me. When someone banged on the door, I covered his ears as tight as I could. I just couldn't hold back my tears. I started hauling my luggage straight to work. My suit hung off my backpack like it was on a clothes hanger. After clocking out, the hunt for a place to crash began all over again. Word on the street was the church offered free shelter, but the line was already a mile long. By the time I got up there, only 4 spots were left. Out of nowhere, some punk tried to cut the line, so I threw hands with him right then and there. Luckily, an old man took us in, and that's exactly how I ended up in the shelter. Once I tucked my boy in and got him to sleep, I stayed out in the hallway. I spent the night fixing that bone density scanner. I hid the books right under the streetlights. A bed wasn't guaranteed every single day. I dragged my luggage to work day in and day out. While sprinting for the bus, my boy dropped his only toy. I did my best to comfort him. Even during meals, my eyes never left the pages. I refused to waste a single second of study time. Over the next few days, I worked my tail off. Then at night, it was back to fighting for a place to sleep. Some nights we came up empty and had no bed at all. We had no choice but to rough it out in the subway. But my boy never blamed me, not even once. Instead, he just reached up and gently touched my face. One day, on my way to pick up my son, I bumped right into my boss at the firm. Out of the blue, he asked to borrow $5. I hesitated because $5 was a fortune to me, but I handed it over anyway. Not long after, I sold my own blood at the hospital. I used that cash to buy a fresh light bulb, and I finally got the scanner fixed. Its light completely brightened up the shelter. That night, we actually stayed in a real hotel. The beds were empty, and we drifted off to sleep watching a movie. Then came the final day of my internship. My boss called me into his office. I was scared out of my mind. Then the boss told me I got the full-time gig. For the first time in my life, I was completely speechless. I just kept nodding, fighting like hell to keep the tears back. Leaving the office, I headed down the steps. My feet felt light, almost like I was dancing. Nobody around noticed a thing. I covered my mouth, but inside, I was bursting with pure joy. That was a happiness I hadn't felt in a long, long time. I threw my arms up and clapped hard for myself. This was my victory, and mine alone.